Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back at it with another review, and I'm very excited because there are two new Oden's Eye palettes in my collection now. They were gifted to me. I really like Oden's Eye. They're a Swedish brand. If you don't know, they're very popular now. I feel like they weren't as popular a couple years ago, but now they're just kind of everywhere, which is great, but at the same time, I've heard some little inklings of quality issues. Anyways, first I'm going to show you the three palettes that I already have from them, and then I'm also going to show you the two new palettes. So we have the Planet Spirit palette, which is super cute. It was a collab done with Betty Jean or Batty Bean, I believe. I really like it. It's my favorite out of the three collabs that they came out with, and since I didn't really like the other two, I didn't feel the need to get them. Then we have the original Norn palette, so it's not the big square pans just yet. It's back when they just had the circle pans. I had to search far and wide for this because it kept selling out, and then as soon as I got it, they came out with the new version, and I was like, oh well. Then we have the Alva 2 palette, which is more of a pastel themed palette, and it's really pretty. The only thing I don't really like about it is I believe it's the only palette I have from Oden's Eye that has glitters, like two glitters in it, and I don't like them at all. Now on to the new. My partner gifted me with two of the newer palettes. Well, one is old. One is a blast from last year. I did get my hands on the Merry Christmas palette, which I think is super beautiful. I was stuck between this and the Angelica Nyquist collab, but I decided this one instead. But then I did end up getting one of her collab palettes. This is the Little Ghost palette from this past Halloween. And again, it is super beautiful. These aren't really showing up. They're all kind of look white, but there's actually more of like a very pale purple. And then there's also like a really pale blue right here. And then this is a like kind of pale gold shimmer. So yes, today we are just going to be focusing on the Little Ghost palette, and then I am going to have a video up just for the Merry Christmas palette alone. The other one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the blue themed Christmas palette. I didn't really like it, but then I was like, well, do I want it? Because if it sells out, they may not bring it back again. And then it sold out. So I was like, not that big of a loss to me. My face is already done. Please ignore my under eye. It's so bad. I was trying out this different powder that I've had for a while now, and I've never like actually used it. I shouldn't have, because I look so bad, and oh god. Anyways, we're gonna hop right on in to this beautiful color story. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, but I just know that I need to use like this color right here, and then there's also like a really nice yellow. I'm not sure how those are going to work together, but we are just going to get started. Today, instead of the usual base that I use, which is the Creator Revolution base, I am going to be using my old favorite, which is the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. It's a bit on the watery side, so a little bit can go a long way, and it's also a little goopy in yeah, it's already leaking. Yeah, oh god. I might end up getting a new one because this one is just, it's on its last leg. Yeah, it is on the watery side, but it's quite good. I just haven't used it in a while. So it is sure to crease up even more just because it's a bit watery. And more watery than the Creator Evolution one, that's for sure. I know that some people powder down their primer, and I don't do that, and maybe I should, especially for these watery ones. Alright, we've got our base. I don't think my eyes match, but that's okay. Go over one more time, just kind of tap it in. I can still see my like skin tone underneath it, but that's okay. Okay, so we've got our base. I think the first shade that I want to dip into with more of this like dense packing brush, I think I want to do... There's so many really nice colors. I could go monochrome because there's quite a couple blues, quite a couple purples. There's even that bottom row, which is more so orange. Maybe I want to do that. Now, let's do something outside of my comfort zone. We're going to start with the darkest purple, which is the shade Little Ghost. It's really pigmented, so... I know purples are quite hard to formulate, so we'll see how this goes. And I'm just gently tapping. It's pretty pigmented, and I wouldn't say it's patchy. The only downside to working with such a wet base when you have eye creases like mine is that they will start to crease pretty quickly, and I really didn't use that much, so that kind of sucks. Second round. Bring it in a little more. It's really pretty. I do like that. Okay, so now I think I'm going to dip into... I want to incorporate that yellow somehow, but I think I'm going to dip into the pastel like purple. I may end up swapping my brush too. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on me. I can like kind of see it, but not really. So let me grab a different brush. Okay, I can see it a bit more. Just bringing it in a little bit more into that purple. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring the dark purple into the middle of my eye just a little bit. That should be good. And now I'm going to go in with that yellow and see if it'll even show up. The very nice like periwinkle is called skeleton, and then this bright yellow is called banana taffy, which is actually one of my favorite Laffy Taffy flavors. I know, degenerate behavior, but I think it's really good. So now I'm just going to go in with the yellow, kind of all over. Can we see the yellow? We can see it a little bit. The yellow does have a little bit of, just a little fallout. I'm going to take the brush that I used to buff out my primer. It's starting to crease quite a bit. Luckily that yellow shade, even though it's a little on the powdery side and has some fallout, it did dust away just like super quick. And then for the inner corner, I'm just going to take the bright white that's in here, which is the shade Cobweb. It's very pretty. And it does have a little bit of a yellow undertone as well. And then for my under eye, I'm just going to go in with, maybe I should try another color. No, I kind of like what I have going here because it's nothing like crazy. I just wish my lighting wasn't so bad. That's a little better. I'm just going to go with the purple. Actually, I think I am gonna add, there's this deep brown shade called Licorice, and I think I'm actually gonna add that as well to my under eye. Right on top of the purple. Back in with a little bit more purple. I think my uneven eye bags always makes my eye, like my eye looks just look super weird. But you know what? I'm okay with that. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on top with a little bit more of that yellow. So I want you to really be able to see it. And then lastly with that really pretty lavender shade. And I'm going to put on some liner. Am I going to be able to match that? I don't know, but I will try. Oh, well, one is huge and one is not. Again, one is, oh man. And it's like they're so close to being the same. Oh, and it's trying out too. No! Oh, crap. They were so close to being twins, and now they're cousins twice removed. Okay, so let's just try it out on me. So let's try something else. Let's try the Essence Extra Long Lasting Eyeliner Pen. Well, can we fix it? Maybe. Typically, I would use like micellar water, but sometimes when you need a quick fix, you just kind of have to wing it. Okay, so sadly, my eyeliner doesn't match. I can put a little bit more blush on. Okay, so after the struggle, that was my eyeliner. I am going to put on some lipstick. I have yet to find a brown liner that I really like, but I am still searching. I might try one of the new e.l.f. ones because they are pretty cheap too. But I don't know yet. And I'm going in with a Cream Shop lipstick in the shade Cozy. which is really just like a pinky nude. I'll put on a little bit more lip liner though. And then going in with one of my favorite glosses, which is also from, this is from Essence, like the Super Shine. It's good. It's very, very glossy, but a little too much and you start talking, it's going to get goopy and drizzle right down. So keep that in mind. This one's almost empty, but I do have a backup that I also started using. Yeah, I decided that typically if I do like a super bright look like this one, then I'm just going to do like a super basic nude lip, even though I have so many colorful lipsticks and I stopped wearing them. I need to do better. But this has been my super basic look with the little Ghost palette. Again, this is a collab between Oden's Eye and Angelica. I think that it's really fun. It does kind of remind me of one of their other palettes, which is why I decided to get this one instead of that one. I can't quite remember which palette it is, but there's like crossover between shades, and I get that once you come out with so many palettes, you're gonna have repeat shades. It happens to everyone, but I just feel like it's repeats to the point where like it bothers me. So I don't need all of the Oden's Eye palettes and I don't want all of them, but the ones that I have, I'm very, very happy with, and I might get one more, I might get two more, we'll see. I'm really excited to see like where the brand is going, and I hope they continue to, you know, like that they're on the upswing, because I think the formula is pretty good too. And I have not had any issues with shipping, but let me know down in the comments if you like, what have you heard about the brand? Like, have you heard just all good things? Have you heard some bad things? Because I've heard some iffy things about the formula. And you know, I think with everyone, formulas can be hit or miss, but like once it starts getting really bad, that's when I'm like, I can't buy from you anymore. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming, for tagging along for this very tumultuous journey that I've just been on. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Please drink some water and drop a like and a subscribe. Bye!